No matter how hard you pump iron at the gym or how many martial arts classes you take, there will always be certain people who you don't want to mess with. I'm talking about the strongest, fastest, and overall toughest people in the world. It's probably best you stay on their good side if you ever come across them. Let's get it on. Wu Quang. This self-proclaimed rural martial artist has created quite the buzz in China, following videos of his unusual displays of brute strength emerging online. Wu demonstrates how every part of his body is conditioned for strength and destruction. One of his signature moves exhibits how zip ties are about as effective as asking politely. Quang is able to smash, break, pulverize, and puncture a whole range of defenseless items, from house bricks to cow bones. Not even the durian, with its hard, spiny shell, is safe from Wu's iron hands. But it's not just his fists you have to worry about either. Wu's kicks are just as deadly, bending metal poles, cracking planks of wood in half, and turning baseball bats into toothpicks. Even his neck is considered deadly by most, able to split an apple in half just by flexing. It's no wonder they call him the Asian Hulk. Steel Man of India. They say that Superman grew up in Kansas, but it turns out the real Man of Steel has been living in India this whole time. Born in a small village northwest of New Delhi in Amandeep Amandeep Singh has only ever had one dream: to be the world's strongest man. While undergoing rigorous Sikh martial arts training, Singh soon found out that he possessed not only superhuman strength, but also an amazing tolerance for pain. Going full-time bodybuilder and stuntman, he began performing impressive feats that showcased his strength, pain endurance, and incredible stamina. From being struck with planks and having grown men jump from a ladder onto his stomach, Amandeep's body is seemingly impervious to damage. With over 50 records to his name, he's lifted a 145-pound man with his teeth and resisted multiple motorbikes tied to his arms. While his heroics have earned him a place in the Indian Book of Records, Singh has his sights higher, now training to compete in the UFC. Is there anything this man can't do? Giga Uguru. Giga Uguru is a man who walks around calling himself a ninja, and there's nobody on earth who would dare to tell him otherwise. As a young boy, his parents signed him up for taekwondo classes, but the flashy fighter soon found a knack for all things combat related, mastering Thai boxing, karate, and Krav Maga for fun, and he's never looked back since. But being a ninja isn't just about beating up bad guys. You gotta have the speed and agility to backflip off of buildings and disappear in a puff of smoke as well. So following his dream of being a true ninja, Giga got into gymnastics and parkour, and has since crafted his own fighting style, the flashy one with all the flips you're seeing right now, out of his vast pool of skills to create a very unique and very deadly style all his own. Uguru shows that the human body can be pushed to unthinkable limits with enough determination, as you can see with him punching a concrete floor and a tree like they're just simple punching bags without even flinching. Unless you're tougher than concrete, I'd say it's best to steer clear of messing with this real-life ninja. Ong Bak in real life. They say that life imitates art. Well, this is definitely true in the case of the man people are dubbing the Muay Thai Superman. I'm definitely not the only one noticing the similarities between this lightning-fast fighter and Ong Bak. Like him, his fighting style is a mixture of blindingly fast speed, powerful kicks, and devastating elbow strikes. But instead of fighting thieves and foes, he focuses heavily on insanely powerful kicks and leg strikes, breaking wooden panels and concrete slabs as well as bending metal poles with ease. He's able to kick and break beer cans at heights higher than his own head, and crack a coconut with a single strike, not to mention the countless trees he's faced off with and obliterated. With speed and skills like these, who wouldn't want to see an Ong Bak showdown? Martin Ford. Looking at Martin Ford today, you'd never guess that he grew up a skinny, weedy cricket player. After a bout of glandular fever ruined his chances of going pro, Martin became a fitness and bodybuilding fanatic, bulking up to the massive 320-pound monster he is today. To maintain his hulking frame, the 39-year-old British strongman and tattoo enthusiast trains 7 days a week with high-intensity weightlifting and body conditioning. He didn't keep his secrets to himself either, training and spotting other aspiring bodybuilders to look their best. When bodybuilding alone didn't satisfy the massive muscle man, Martin turned to acting, landing a role as the Nightmare in the Undisputed film series. He's basically the love child between the Mountain from Game of Thrones and Bane, someone you not only don't want to mess with, but hope you never meet in your life. Shifu Yanli. At the age of 14, Shifu Yanli left his family's fishing village in China's Xinjiang province and traveled to a Shaolin temple in Henan to begin his training. Every morning he would wake up at 5:30 in the morning, prepare his master's food before joining the other students in a run up the mountain. But that's just the warm-up. Hours of bone crunching, single-finger push-ups, intense combat training, and fighting drills would slowly build this Shaolin student to the warrior he is today. For over 3 decades, Shifu conditioned his body, learning the ancient art of the Shaolin steel jacket, a technique that allows practitioners to feel no pain when struck with objects like iron bars and bricks. It's a feat he regularly demonstrates to the amazement of onlookers. At age 48, Shifu's physical condition is incredible. He still gets up at 5:30 a.m. every morning, runs 7 to 8 miles before breakfast, and then begins an arduous series of strength and core drills. One thing's for certain, you probably shouldn't mess with this Shaolin monk. Anzor Suleymanov. When you first meet the Chechen strongman Anzor Suleymanov, you could be forgiven for thinking he's Dwayne Johnson's twin swapped at birth. Despite the similarities though, Anzor isn't The Rock's long-lost brother, even though his doppelganger has fooled a few people in the past. Anzor's many viral workout videos are loved by many, as he pumps iron in ways your average bodybuilder could only dream of. But his real claim to fame is because of his feats of incredible strength, everything from lifting cars with his bare hands to bending solid steel bars with his teeth. Ever need a car moved out of the driveway? Simple if you have Anzor on hand. Seeing what this guy can do, I'm pretty sure even The Rock wouldn't want to get on his bad side. Muhammad Karimanovic. If you're ever on a construction site and missing your favorite tool, Bosnian-born Muhammad Karimanovic's freakishly strong hands might just do the trick. When training to become a Taekwondo master, Muhammad's teacher noticed the abnormal power that he exerted from his hands. Learning to strengthen and stabilize his fists, he soon unlocked the power of his hands of steel. Now living in Germany, Karimanovic goes by his nickname Hammer Hands, given to him by fans and students of his Taekwondo dojang. He's earned that title through frequent demonstrations of his unnatural ability of being able to break solid objects with his hands. The coconuts are a favorite. Muhammad completely crushed 123 coconuts in a row for a competition a few years back. In 2017, he broke more than 30 baseball bats in a minute while on a Bosnian talent show, blowing away more than just the judges. And to prove age is just a number, at 60 years old, Muhammad went after the Guinness World Record for the most soda cans crushed by hand. In front of a cheering audience, Muhammad literally smashed the previous record, crushing 97 cans in 60 seconds and cementing his title as the man with the strongest hands on the planet. With that kind of destructive power at his fingertips, just imagine what he could do to you. Thankfully, Muhammad only uses his powers for good, and for that, I think we should really give him a hand. Pavel Trusov. When you're incredibly fast, technique isn't all that important, but when you have both blazing fast reflexes and expert skill, you become a force to be reckoned with. Pavel Trusov is a 27-year-old two-time Russian championship kickboxer from Bratislava who recently set a new Guinness World Record for the most number of full extension punches in a single minute. He smashed the previous record, one he also held to post a new personal best of 334 punches in 60 seconds. Pavel began martial arts training as a 6-year-old and has since upped his regimen to include powerlifting, interval training, and CrossFit workouts, often sharing his routines on social media. It would be grueling to keep up with this super dedicated martial arts master. His speed training, bag work, and precision kicks make him an opponent you definitely don't want to cross paths with. Despite his success, Pavel wants to get faster, smashing his own record again and earning the title of the fastest kickboxer in history. Thankfully, with this so fast, if you ever did cross Trusov in a fight, you'd be out before you knew what hit you.